Brooke, Beg, and Ridge, part 372, y'all. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review. Life of Chess for the Bottom Beautiful March 25th, 2025. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know your thoughts on today's episode down below. So we're going to start with Brooke and Ridge. She out here begging again. At the end of the episode, she ends up telling him that he can't have both of them. He has to choose. And I said, okay, you in La La Land. Now I get it. Y'all do this all the time. I about to say y'all do this every day. Might as well say every day. I get it. Y'all been doing this for decades or whatever. But right now, I don't think he coming back to her. That's more than likely why. You know, she's supposed to be crying and she's supposed to be going off on Hope and finally holding her accountable or whatever. But yeah, I was like, I don't think it's going to work in your favor this time. Now, I'd be shocked, but at the same time, I wouldn't. But like I keep saying, I feel like right now it's just Taylor's turn. It's just her turn. Because it's been so many opportunities where he could have told her, he could have checked at the door, as they say. He could have checked at the door. He could have been like, no, you're not going to continue to disrespect her or something like that. Like, we're done. He could immediately say that. But no, he don't do that. And that's how we know he enjoys having both of them. But right now, I think he wants Taylor. Right now. But yeah, on today's episode, she's still begging him. She over here pleading to him. Somebody saying, yeah, everything that happened, it was bad. I'm just happy you and Eric and them have y'all company back and everything right where you belong. But there's somewhere else you belong that you're not, or some type of way she put it. What she said, she was like, you right back where you belong, but there's one place you're not back where you belong. That's home. You belong with me in our home, in my bed, and all this other stuff. I'm like, girl, please let him go. But yeah, she trying to get Ridge back. What did he say? What did he say? He was basically telling her about what Hope did and just the same old, how she took the CEO position. And once again, she tells him what she been trying to tell him the whole time. I said, now this time he was in the wrong because they both was in the wrong. But mainly him because she actually did take the job to help him out. Just for Daphne to do the same doggone thing. Which I keep saying that. For real, because people over here like, yeah, bro, that's what you get. I said, well, in this case, she actually was trying to get the company back. She just was stupid. I about to say foolish at first. She just crazy, doing stupid stuff. He's sitting up here telling you how you feel and stuff like that. You talking about something, well, I can understand why, and that's why you ain't got on there. But yeah, she just begging him the whole doggone episode. Look, I knew it wouldn't be long before Taylor walked up in there. I knew it wouldn't be long. She's like, let me get up over here and make sure my man's still my man. Well, our man is still my man for right now. Daphne, Taylor. Steph was telling Daphne she helped bring Carter back around. They wouldn't have the company back if it wasn't for her. And I thought of the same thing I've been saying all week long, ever since this storyline began. Y'all was saying that Brooke trying to coddle them and stuff like that. When she was saying that she wanted to get the company back or whatever. Now she just did the same thing except she was flirting. She took a different route. That's what I didn't say. She took a different route. She was just flirting with him and stuff like that. And that's what made him, start to think about everything she said and stuff like that. And everything Reed and them said. But yeah, they was just talking about that. Taylor came in and she gave the rundown about how Hope left out. She was mad. Carter basically saying Carter went after her. He still has his job. Brooke's still there or whatever. And then they was questioning whether or not Brooke was trying to plead on Hope's behalf. But then Steffi ends up bringing up maybe Brooke trying to get something else from Ridge, her destiny back. After that, next thing you know, Taylor said, well, let me go on up over here and make sure my man's still my man for right now. She said, look, then Brooke, she be getting too close. Now, when she kissed him, he should have immediately told her, you can't do this no more. I'm in a relationship with Taylor now. That was disrespectful. That was wrong. We ain't got nothing else to talk about. You need to get up out of here. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. Something. He never put her in her place, just like he never put Taylor in her place. It's just their turn right now. Cause look, then what did Taylor say? She came over there and she was like, basically asking what's going on, or do I already know, or some type of way she put it. So then Brooke didn't care. She gonna turn around and said like, basically saying we belong together and all this other stuff, but you can't have both of us. Oh, girl. That's a right. Well, lady, woman. He done made his choice already. How many freaking doggone times he gonna make his choice? I said now, about a year or two ago, you had one up on Taylor. You had one up on her or whatever. It was your turn. Now it's her turn. Once again, y'all, I got a call and knocked out all the audio. I was talking about Carter and Hope. And I was going in, too. I was going off. I don't even remember what I said. Dog it. Let me see. Cause they the last people we gotta talk about. Let me hurry up if I get another call. But Carter was basically telling Hope that he's not giving up on her. I was saying, I know now. I was saying she been talking crazy to him since the Valentine's Day episode, and he just sitting up there still begging. That's what I started with. I was like, Carter still begging, just like Brooke over here begging. But yeah, he's telling her he not giving up and stuff like that. She ends up telling him he a traitor. I said, true, but he didn't trade on you. He traded on the Foresters or whatever. But yeah, that's one thing. He definitely a traitor. But then she was saying how basically people been still trying to make it seem like it was her idea. It was his idea. She just supported it. I said, facts. I said, that's another point for you, girl. I said, another point for you because they is. I said, this is what I said from the beginning. I was like, Brooke was fully blaming Carter, and Rich and them were fully blaming Hope when they both was at fault. It was Carter's idea, but he was trying to help her. He was trying to help her or whatever because he felt like they did her wrong. And I hate, once again, that they still ain't addressed the fact that this started because she assumed that Hope was going out the Fiend again. Nobody acknowledging it. I think one episode they did acknowledge it. I take that back. I think they did acknowledge it or whatever. But yeah, she was just steady over here talking crazy to him. He's still talking about, so you just angry right now, you just upset and whatever, and I love you. So then I also was saying how I understand like she has a right to be upset about him kissing Daphne and him kissing or whatever because he didn't stop her just like Ridge don't never stop Brooke when she be over here being inappropriate, or if it was vice versa with Taylor. But yeah, he didn't tell her she had to get the step it either. He talking about some she need to stay for whatever he said. But yeah, I was like, yeah, but she was just using that to validate the fact that she was in the wrong and he was in the wrong. Because he was telling her about how, he knew that what he did was wrong. Brooke knows that it was wrong. And she the only one that didn't know that it was wrong or wouldn't admit that it was wrong or whatever. And she just started talking about, you traded on me, you betrayed me, or whatever. You was standing up there, you didn't say nothing, you didn't have my back. She was just going off on him. And he's still begging. I was like, dog, y'all ain't gonna make him tell her about herself at least. Then she gonna have the audacity to say, they been making it seem like I was using you and stuff like that. Well, in the beginning, if you wasn't using him, it definitely seems like you was using him now. Now, if you was gonna break up with him and anything, you should have did it because he was over here kissing her. So then she started talking about his feelings for Daphne. I've been through this before. I know what this is. I know you have feelings for Daphne. I was like, you right. When you right, you right. But at the same time, girl, you know you don't want him. You might have started out wanting him. Then that's another thing. They was talking about how they had got together before, they even decided to take over Force the Creations or whatever. But yeah, I think that's everything. That's all. He was just begging and she was like, this is over. This is it or whatever. They through. And he's still standing up there. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, this is her girl, rest of the day. Be safe.